Now on Coast TV News.
It's a chilly and dry start to our Wednesday, but it gets windy later and mild with 50s expected for highs. Then up and down temperatures the next few days with rain expected Friday. I'll have the details coming up.
Fears over Trump's deportation plans, how homeless programs on the coast are working to protect the people they serve. Making everyone's ride a little smoother, why drivers say Route 16 is in need of attention, and what it's going to take for DelDOT to get involved. And helping the men and women who served our country, we take a look at a bill in Delaware aimed to create a state department focused on veterans.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Good morning and welcome to Coast TV News Today. I'm Elisa Weber and thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour. Well, yesterday, First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey had good news for us. It was going to be a 55-degree Wednesday, and Bob, this morning walking out to my car, I didn't have to zip up my jacket, so it was a good sign.
Absolutely, and good morning to you, Elisa. It's always good when you don't have to zip up the jacket on the way to work and school, and that's the case this morning. We're seeing temperatures in the 40s. This is really nice. We're looking at 44 in Salisbury, 45 in Del Mar, 45 in Bethany Beach, 44 in Rehoboth, and 44 in Georgetown. Winds are picking up from the southwest, staying around 10 to 15 miles per hour at least, and gusting close to 20, and it's going to get windy today as we're looking at, we'll call it mostly clear skies right now. We had a warm front slide through last night, moved to our north, and that ushered in a milder southwest flow. But there's a strong cold front moving through the Midwest. That'll sweep through later today, kicking up the wind and cooling us off later on. But we're in the 30s. Well, this is pretty cold. Reading cold on the model this morning, but we're looking at temperatures in the low 40s as we go into the mid-morning hours. By noon, look at this, 53 in Georgetown, 54 in Millsboro, 53 in Selbyville. Those winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour, so make sure you secure those outdoor items, and maybe even some upper 50s before that cold front swings through, and we'll see temperatures dipping into the 40s this evening. So hang on to the hats and the steering wheels today. Very windy with temperatures in the 50s and then cooling down as we go into the evening hours. Up and down temperatures in the next several days. Rain chances on Friday. I'll talk about that coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Thank you, Bob. Happening today, the Lewis Planning Commission will revisit plans for the Overfall Preserve project. That project, located right off of Savannah Road, would include 90 residential units and amenities on 12 acres, connecting with Dutchman's Harvest. That's an affordable housing project under construction. However, current plans show no direct access to Kings Highway, which commissioners have said could worsen congestion on Savannah Road. That Planning Commission meeting is today at 11 a.m. And new this morning, Worcester County officials are attempting to move forward with upgrade plans for the Mystic Harbor wastewater treatment plant in West Ocean City. The county officials are expected to put out the bid for the project, and the council says that treatment plant is experiencing ongoing issues related to processing and the management of biosolids. The project calls for 2 sludge holding tanks to be built. And a new bill is moving forward to create a state department focused on veterans. The Delaware Department of Veterans Affairs would support the state's 70,000 veterans, with a veteran leading the department. The goal is to improve veterans' health care, benefits, and federal advocacy. That bill now heads to the House Appropriations Committee after passing the Veterans Affairs Committee. And also new this morning and happening today, a controversial bill is back in the focus for a hearing in Dover. The House Health and Human Development Committee will look at House Bill 140, also known as the Delaware End of Life Options Act. It would give terminally ill Delawareans the choice to end their lives with help from a doctor. The bill's sponsors say the bill includes safeguards like requiring 2 witnesses and a mental health evaluation. But this idea has faced years of roadblocks. Last session, then Governor Carney vetoed it in September, saying there wasn't enough consensus about the medical aid in dying. However, in a Facebook post after the veto, now Governor Meyer said everyone deserves the right to a compassionate and humane end to life's journey when faced with a terminal illness. And Route 16 in Milton is needing some fixes, and DelDOT is ready to make those roads safer for drivers. And since our last update, DelDOT discussed using recommendations from the public and how the growing population is increasing the need for better roads. One person who lives in Milton says these roads are just plain dangerous at this point.
You're driving along this, somebody's going to cut out in front of you. So if you don't go across coastal much, you just go down. Somebody's going to cut in front of you because they think they can make it. So I'm willing to pay a little bit to maybe not die on that road.
And DelDOT is looking to fix just about every road, but it might take a little bit of time to get all of this done. And here's just a bit of background on coastal corridors. DelDOT says during late 2020 and early 2021, the study team collected roadway and traffic data for the area, including the amount of traffic, movement patterns, and crash data. The agency says findings pointed to more immediate attention was needed to east of Route 113, while the western portion presented the opportunity to proceed with a longer-range planning approach, including monitoring changes in population, jobs, and related traffic both in Delaware and across the border in Maryland. And President Trump is following through with his plans to deport illegal immigrants. Organizations on the coast that help the homeless are making sure people have their proper identification. Homeless programs across the state were contacted by the Housing Alliance of Delaware with a number of resources, which list constitutional rights on one side and what to say in case someone is approached by ICE on the other. Trish Hill at the Pallet Village in Georgetown says everyone at Pallet Village was notified about the possibility of ICE showing up now that it is no longer a protected area. But she says there's no need for anyone there to worry.
So much of our community here in Georgetown has worked to do the proper thing with immigration, to get their papers, out in the Kimmytown and other parts of the area. They're doing it the correct way, and this is not something that we should have a community uproar and panic about because, as a community, we're pulling together and doing the things we need to do.
And we spoke with Mayor West and town manager, who both say neither of them, along with the Georgetown police chief, are aware of ICE agents in the town. Getting IDs and handing out this card are just safety measures. And we're now going to move to Easton, where U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents made a recent arrest in Talbot County. Details are limited, but according to the Easton Police Department, the arrest was made on January 23rd on Glenwood Avenue, but did not take place at the nearby Easton Elementary School. ICE made the arrest on outstanding warrants on multiple charges, as well as a deportation order, according to authorities. And this is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know what should be the community's main focus for the homeless. So far, about 51% say job training, 42% say stable housing, and 7% say access to IDs. And if you haven't voted, you can still do so on coasttv.com or on our mobile app. We're now going to take a live look at the White House, and the Trump administration is offering federal workers a deal: quit and get a severance package. This after a late afternoon reprieve for any organization receiving federal funding, after a federal judge put a pause on President Trump's latest order to temporarily stop federal assistance. Lawmakers are now weighing in as the Senate prepares to hear testimony from the president's controversial pick to head the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert Kennedy Jr. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how his executive orders are shaking out.
This morning, more than 2 million federal workers facing a choice: take a newly offered severance package or accept Trump administration requirements, including returning to work in the office. A senior administration official telling NBC News they expect up to 10% to quit, leading to around $100 billion in savings. Some Democrats pushing back on the president's move.
He doesn't have any authority to do this. Do not be fooled by this guy. You were here before he was here, and you'll be here after he was here.
A judge hitting a week-long pause on a separate order freezing federal grants and loans after nonprofit groups, 22 states and Washington, D.C., all sued the Trump administration, citing constitutional provisions that Congress, not the president, sets federal spending. The White House press secretary saying the freeze is aimed at federal aid that might run counter to President Trump's executive orders and is not a blanket pause on all assistance.
Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause.
Organizations like Meals on Wheels that delivers meals to seniors confused and concerned.
It's not considered a direct federal assistance program like Social Security or Medicare would be. So we're concerned.
It all comes as President Trump is pressing ahead on immigration enforcement and rounding out his cabinet picks. Today, a confirmation hearing begins for his controversial choice to head the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And Delaware Senator Chris Coons said he's reached out to Governor Matt Meyer, Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester, and Congresswoman Sarah McBride and the Delaware Department of Justice about Trump's federal funding freeze, saying, quote, Delawareans are concerned about what this means for their families. And we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today. Coming up, Delaware farmers market breaks records. We'll tell you how much the businesses brought in last year and when that season is expected to start up again. And potential paid parking in Lewis will tell you what one local thinks about the costly change along the coast. And important ice training will tell you why the Lewis Fire Department says that temperature can lead people to underestimate the ice, sparking a resource. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Hello! What's funky, fun, and fabulous? The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Explore over 12,000 square feet of fabulous finds, from furniture to gifts, home decor, art, pottery, housewares, and more. New pieces arrive weekly, hand-selected for the ultimate unique shopping experience. Looking for something extra special? Special orders and free local delivery is available.
We have everything under the sun.
There's something for everyone. The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware. A family tradition for over 50 years.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Coaches make a difference for their athletes and communities, and we want to honor them.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and donate $500 to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an additional donation to their program.
The coach can be from any sport at any level, up to and including high school.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
Delmarva Sports Network's Coach Who Makes a Difference. Sponsored by Preston Automotive Group.
Just about 5:13 on our Wednesday morning, 44 in Salisbury. Winds are picking up too. Roads are dry. Visibility is good. Look how mild it is out there. 43 in Milton, 46 Ocean City, 45 in Bethany Beach. And we've got a southwesterly breeze that's starting to pick up. Winds gusting close to 20 miles per hour now. And those winds will continue to pick up throughout the day, gusting to 40 later on. We had a warm front move through last night. And then later today, we'll have a cold front sweeping through. So that's going to have a lot of energy going, a lot of wind energy throughout the day. Breezy and mild for your morning commute. I gave it the green light, and then for the afternoon, I gave it the yellow light because those winds picking up. Hanging on to the steering wheel is important. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour at times this afternoon and this evening.
Thank you, Bob. The Delaware State Fire Marshal will continue to investigate the cause of a fire in Millsboro. According to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company, a house fire broke out Monday afternoon on Carlos Lane. Crews found heavy smoke and flames with the fire spreading to the attic and the roof areas. Firefighters worked to suppress that fire and there were no injuries. And the Lewis Fire Department spent Tuesday evening conducting an ice rescue training session. Take a look at your screen, and this is the Red Mill Pond. Firefighters say this is the time of year ice rescues often happen as temperatures warm up and that ice is not as thick as it seems to people and animals. And Spotify says it paid $10 billion to the music industry last year. That's $1 billion more than the streaming service paid out the previous year. And one caveat is artists don't necessarily see all of that money. Spotify pays most of the music rights holders, which are usually record labels and publishers. It's up to them to then distribute money to their musicians and songwriters. And coffee prices hit a new high this week. The increase came after President Trump said he would impose a 25% tariff on Colombia. The White House later paused that decision, and Colombia is the 3rd largest coffee producer country in the entire world. And still ahead, potential paid parking in Lewis. We'll tell you what areas the city is considering this costly change.
And we're seeing the ice melting now on the Hershey exteriors. Cam 46 in Ocean City. Temperatures well above freezing today, and it's going to get windy later today and mild, and then colder for Thursday. Up and down temperatures the next few days, and then rain on Friday. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Order now. Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
The time is now 5:17 and we are taking a live look outside at Ocean City this morning. And Bob, we were just talking about the weekend. Saturday might be a little cold and breezy, so we know of an event that's good if you need a break from the outdoors. And you're going to tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Delaware Job Fair, Elisa. And bring your resumes out to the Delaware Technical Community College, and that's where the job fair is this Saturday beginning at 10 a.m. It's going to be chilly, late morning, upper 30s, and then only warming into the mid 40s and a gusty northwest wind. So hang on to that resume and bundle up too. It looks like it's going to be pretty chilly into your Saturday. In fact, we're looking at up and down temperatures the next few days. As we head into your Thursday, it's going to be 46, 57 on Friday, and then the weekend, there it is. There's that cool down into the mid 40s. And then as we head into Monday, 58 degrees. We'll have to see what the groundhog says on Sunday about the future of our winter season. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s right now. 45 in Delmar, 44 in Georgetown, Bethany Beach at 45. Winds are picking up out of the southwest, and they're getting pretty gusty too. At least 15 miles per hour up to 18 miles per hour, Indian River Inlet and Seaford. So it's going to be a breezy day. And we're looking at mostly clear skies out the door. It got mild overnight as a warm front lifted to the north. And then we've got a cold front making its way through the Midwest. This will quickly zip our way today. It's a dry front, but it'll bring windy and cold conditions as we go through time. And then we're watching this system farther to the south with rain developing across Texas. That will be bringing us rain as we head into your Friday. But as we go through the morning, temperatures quickly warming. By 10:30, we're into the upper 40s. And look at this, mid-50s by 12:30, Seaford, Millsboro, back to Selbyville as well. And those winds really strong, up to 35, 40 miles miles per hour. Then temperatures slide through the 40s later this afternoon as that next cold front comes through, and then cooling down into the 30s tonight and much cooler by Thursday morning. I think we're into the 20s and lower 30s. Winds will be lighter, and then as we go into your Thursday, it will be chillier in the afternoon with sunshine, temperatures into the 40s, maybe a few clouds. But hang on to your hats and make sure you secure those outdoor items. These winds are gusty, perhaps up to 40 miles per hour at times, and then they do start to lighten up as we go through the overnight. And then looking at that Friday system, it's bringing rain as we go into the day. Windy with rain, could be heavy at times into the evening, and then it does clear out for the weekend. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Up and down temperatures, 50s today, 40s tomorrow, and then Friday rain, 57, and then cooler 40s for the weekend. At least we'll have to see what the groundhog has to say on Sunday, but it looks mild on Monday, 58, then temperatures down again on Tuesday. George Harlan from Georgetown is our umbrella winner. Congratulations to him from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. Well, a trip to the beach in Lewis could cost you a little bit more. In spaces that have been free in the past, that's those non-metered parking streets, the city is looking to create a paid permit parking system. The city is proposing a $100 fee for permits for seasons for locals and $250 per season for visitors.
We need to have some control factor that we have not had in the past. But I think that the residents who permanently live here should get a break on the cost if they decide that's what they're going to do versus people coming in just to visit.
The city is also eyeing increasing the metered rates in those beach lots. And up next on Coast TV News today, Delaware Farmers Market breaks records. We'll tell you how much more money and support our local businesses earned last season compared to 2023. Don't go anywhere.
Taylor Swift entering the professional football world was massive.
It's been a perfect storm. Viewership is money.
It instantly created this sense of FOMO for everyone.
The Swift Effect, Episode 2, The Swift Effect on the NFL. This Saturday at noon on Coast TV. Sponsored locally on Coast TV by Pohanka Kia. Come experience the Pohanka difference.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Don't miss the 42nd Annual Seaside Boat Show February 14th through the 16th at the Ocean City Convention Center. The show that works for kids. Sponsored by the Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club. With over 300 boats and 140 vendors. See the new lines of boats and the latest in marine engines, electronics, and accessories. North Bay Marina is donating a Sweetwater pontoon boat with a Honda motor. So come on out to the #1 indoor boat show on the Eastern Shore, the Seaside Boat Show.
According to the Delaware Department of Agriculture, last year's farmers markets hit an all-time high. Sales were a record $4.6 million. And this was from all 20 Delaware community-run farmers markets, beating the previous record from 2023. And if that has you ready to go out and shop local, the 2025 market season will begin in May, with most markets open by the end of June. And on your screen right now is the Georgetown Town Manager, Gene Dvornik. According to Georgetown, the Delaware League of Local Government awarded him as the 2024 Town Manager of the Year. And new this morning, the Ocean City Police Department is celebrating one of their canines who's now headed for retirement. On your screen right now is a video shared by the agency highlighting Canine Smoke. The department says Canine Smoke will retire at the beginning of May. And employees at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention have been told to stop communicating with the World Health Organization. The directive, in accordance with President Trump's January 20th executive order, withdrawing the U.S. from the WHO. The U.S. is one of the largest organization's funders. And Robert F. Kennedy, the presidential Trump's controversial pick to lead the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, faces Congress for his confirmation hearings this week. It comes as a new poll shows views are when it comes to trusting Trump and Kennedy on health issues. When it comes to vaccines, a survey shows the vast majority of U.S. adults still believe the benefits of vaccines outweigh the risks. And a popular injectable diabetes drug has been approved to treat kidney disease. Ozembic's drug maker announced the Food and Drug Administration has approved the drug to treat patients with both type 2 diabetes and chronic kidney disease. A clinical trial found that injections of the medication reduce the risk of kidney disease getting worse. We're now going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey to tell us a little bit about what it would be like if we go to the beach today, Bob. I mean, 55 degrees is good, but wind at the beach is always worse.
Maybe some blowing sand. That's a possibility. At least it's not frozen sand like last week, Elisa. We do have a gale warning until Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. That's this evening. Those winds gusting over 40 miles per hour at times. Ocean City and Fenwick Island, you're warming into the 40s and 50s, but it'll be windy out there. Waves around 2 to 5 feet. It's going to be a breezy ferry ride, windy ferry ride up to Cape May for Lewis into Rehoboth. We're looking at temperatures into the low 50s. On the bay side, lower 50s for you in Cambridge and Crisfield, right around 50 for you, waves around 1 to 2 feet. Up and down temperatures the next several days with rain on Friday. I'll have your complete forecast coming up in the next half hour.
The break on CoastTV News today, federal workers on the line will tell you the big choice they face now that could impact their careers in the future. And Route 16 Safety Solutions will tell you what solutions from the community Delta is considering for one important highway in Sussex County. And Aid in Dying bill discussion will tell you both for and against a controversial bill set for a hearing today.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Did you know when selling your house full of stuff or in serious neglect, buyers may request repairs and banks may not finance the deal? So you could hire cleaners and contractors, rent dumpsters, hold auctions, yard sales, or you could call a professional home buyer. If you need an as-is, fast cash offer, so you can walk away without making any repairs or even cleaning up. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Now on Coast TV News.
A chilly and dry start to our Wednesday, but it gets windy today and mild with 50s expected, then up and down temperatures the next few days with rain expected Friday. I'll have the details coming up. And then improving road conditions on the coast, why drivers say efforts to fix Route 16 are needed sooner rather than later. Giving back to veterans, that's the goal of a bill now moving forward in Delaware that aims to improve health care, benefits, and federal advocacy. Plans to bring more townhomes to Savannah Road in Lewis, but why the site plan has raised concerns among city officials.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Good morning and welcome to Coast TV News. We're now going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trikey to tell us a little bit about our forecast today. Bob, it's 55 degrees. That's much better.
It is a lot better, Elisa. We're having some mic issues, so bear with us. But we are looking at milder conditions this morning with temperatures into the 40s, a far cry from what we've seen the last few days. 44 in Salisbury, 45 in Delmar, Georgetown 44, 38 in Ocean Pines, 45 in Bethany Beach. So you don't really need to bundle up this morning, but it is breezy out there. Seeing the winds picking up out of the southwest around 7 to 14 miles per hour. And we're seeing wind gusts to 16 in Seaford, 20 in Indian River Inlet. And they'll get even stronger throughout the day. As we're looking at mainly clear skies right now, just a few clouds coming through. We had a warm front shoot on to the north as we were going through the overnight last night. So that's what allowed our temperatures to warm up. But then we've got a cold front moving through the Midwest, and this will quickly head our way today. It's going to increase the winds, and also it'll drop the temperatures after we get into the 50s. These numbers are a little too low this morning on the Futurecast. We're more so in the 40s right now, and as we go through the morning hours, we'll see the breezes picking up with temperatures into the 40s. By noon, around 54 in Delmar, 54 in Millsboro, Georgetown 53, 50 in Bethany Beach, and then really mild into the middle part of the afternoon, or at least early afternoon, around 57 in Delmar and Selbyville. And we're going to be seeing winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. Make sure those outdoor items are secured. Then that front comes through later this afternoon. Now we'll start to drop the temperatures from the 50s into the 40s, and then those winds will start to diminish this evening. For the kiddos at the bus stop, we're looking at 42 off to school this morning, breezy and chilly. And then heading home, we're looking at 56 degrees. They can almost carry those jackets, breezy and mild and mostly sunny at that time.
Thank you.
It matters late at night.
Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again.
Because sometimes that's when you need us most. Where you get your medicine matters.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanka Kia of Salisbury.
Dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Ordered now.
Solo Cup Saturday night with me, Jared, 7 to 9 every Saturday on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Welcome back to Coast TV News Today. We were dealing with some technical issues, so thank you for sticking with us. New this morning, Worcester County officials are attempting to move forward with upgrade plans for the Mystic Harbor wastewater treatment plant in West Ocean City. County officials are expected to put out a bid for that project, and the county says that treatment plant is experiencing ongoing issues related to processing and management of biosolids. The project calls for 2 sludge holding tanks to be built. And happening today, the Lewis Planning Commission will revisit plans for the Overfall Preserve project. That project, right off of Savannah Road, would include 90 residential units and amenities on 12 acres, connecting with Dutchman's Harvest. That's an affordable housing project under construction. However, current plans show no direct access to Kings Highway, which commissioners have said could worsen congestion on Savannah Road. That Planning Commission meeting is today at 11 a.m. And new this morning and happening today, a controversial bill is the focus of a hearing in Dover. The House Health and Human Development Committee will look at House Bill 140, also known as the Delaware End-of-Life Options Act. It would give terminally ill Delawareans the choice to end their lives with the help from a doctor. The bill's sponsors say this bill includes safeguards like requiring 2 witnesses and mental health evaluations. But this idea has faced years of roadblocks. Last session, then Governor Carney vetoed it in September, saying there wasn't enough consensus about medical aid in dying. However, in a Facebook post after the veto, now Governor Meyer said, quote, "Everyone deserves the right to a compassionate and humane end to life's journey when faced with terminal illness." And a new bill is moving forward to create a state department focused on veterans. The Delaware Department of Veterans Affairs would support the state's 70,000 veterans, with a veteran leading the department. The goal is to improve veterans' health care, benefits, and federal advocacy. That bill now heads to the House Appropriations Committee after passing the Veterans Affairs Committee. And whether you call it Route 16, the Milton-Ellendale Highway, or Broadkill Road, a lot of people seem to be calling it a mess, which is why the state is exploring multiple options to calm down traffic and make things safer. On Tuesday, Delta discussed community input on how to make that area safer, but there's a long way to go before any changes become reality.
Driving from east to west in Sussex County likely means a trip on Route 16 through Milton and Georgetown. But some drivers say they'd rather take a detour.
Everybody's going 60 miles an hour. Just do the math, and it ends up with a lot of dead people, which is why our accident rate's incredibly high compared to our population.
DelDOT held a meeting Tuesday afternoon to discuss potential changes for Route 16, like the reconstruction and repaving of the roads, or more stoplights to make things safer. But Jeff Davis, who travels down Route 16 frequently, thinks this is just one of too many projects on the table.
They're 10, 15 years behind schedule. They should have been done way before all the development came in and all that stuff, that it would have been not having as much problem that they do.
Like I said, DelDOT was showing pictures and graphics to people that were in attendance at the meeting, but let me show you what it looks like in real life. Right here we have a stoplight sign on its side, not supposed to be that way. If you follow me a little bit further down over here, you can see these electrical wires are a little worse for the wear, and that's why DelDOT is working as hard as they can and having all these meetings to make sure these fixes are made as soon as they possibly can. DelDOT with a lot of projects on their plate right now, so it might be a little bit of time before any big changes are made or even seen, but the goal is to make these roads as safe and easy to travel through as possible. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
And this is all a part of DelDOT's Coastal Corridor Study. The study also focused on the intersection of US 9 and State Route 5. According to DelDOT, that is the most congested road in the area. The department says by 2050, it might need extra lanes. We're now taking a live look at the White House, and the Trump administration is offering federal workers a deal: quit and get a severance package. This morning, more than 2 million federal workers are facing a choice: take a newly offered severance package or accept Trump administration requirements. This would include returning to work in office, and a senior administrator official telling NBC News they expect up to 10% to quit, leading to around $100 billion in savings. However, some lawmakers are pushing back.
He doesn't have any authority to do this. Do not be fooled by this guy. You were here before he was here, and you'll be here after he was here.
The American Federation of Government Employees is warning what it calls a civil servant purge could mean chaos for Americans depending on functioning federal government, though the offers exclude members of the military, postal service, immigration enforcement, and national security. And Delaware Senator Chris Coons says he's reached out to Governor Matt Meyer, Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester, Congresswoman Sarah McBride, and the Delaware Department of Justice about Trump's federal funding freeze, saying, quote, Delawareans are concerned about what this means for their families. And we have a lot more news to get to, so don't go anywhere. Coming up, the recent executive order for federal funding freeze could have impacts here on Delmarva. We'll tell you how it would create a problem for the Salisbury Airport if it goes through. And Seaford hopes to keep its win streak. We'll tell you their battle against Lake Forest in boys basketball. But first, egg prices skyrocket. We'll tell you what issue on Delmarva and across the country is leading to more money for that carton of eggs. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
We salute Chief Brian K. Calloway. Chief Calloway leads the Millsboro Police Department with a commitment to community safety and proactive policing. Under his guidance, Millsboro is celebrated for its safe environment for families and businesses, thanks to robust community support and dedicated police work. Chief Calloway emphasizes community-based policing and values strong partnerships with citizens to enhance the quality of life. He is dedicated to maintaining Millsboro as a safe and prosperous community.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
It matters late at night.
Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again.
Because sometimes that's when you need us most. Where you get your medicine matters.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanka Kia of Salisbury.
dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
5:44 on this breezy and milder Wednesday morning. Tidal Health Cam 44 in Salisbury. Where did all the snow go? It's melting, and it's going to melt more today. We're starting out with temperatures in the low to mid 40s with breezy conditions. Winds already gusting close to 20 miles per hour, and it will get windy today as we're looking at mainly clear skies. Just a windy day on the way and mild as we go through this afternoon. Today's checklist: don't need the snow brush, ice scraper, or raincoat. Good idea to have the coat, hoodie, or sweater. Drive with caution in these strong winds. 2 hands on the wheel, and make sure you have your sunglasses. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Brockstead Mandalas Federico.
Thank you, Bob. Well, sorry, egg lovers, you can expect to continue paying high prices for that breakfast staple. The high price is being driven by the ongoing bird flu outbreak as well as inflation. Government data shows the average price of a dozen eggs was $4.15 last month, but a price outlook for the USDA estimates egg prices will increase about 20% this year, and local restaurants are already feeling the pinch.
We're going to keep trying to absorb that as long as we can, but if they go up 200-300%, we may be having another conversation.
The USDA says bird flu has killed over 17 million egg-laying hens in November and December, and that is nearly half of all the birds killed by the virus last year. More music is coming to Ocean City. Ocean City has announced another new festival called the Rising Tides Festival. This is in honor of the city's 150th anniversary, and it will take place on November 22nd at the Convention Center. The festival will be celebrating music and culture from the past, and the full lineup will be announced on Friday, January 31st at 10 a.m.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. Seaford boys basketball aiming for their 7th consecutive victory while taking on Lake Forest. Let's get to the action. Jumping into the fourth quarter, Blue Jays up 36-32. Lake Forest shot off the mark, but it's going to be Darius Miller grabbing the loose ball and slamming it down to put the Spartans within 2. But Seaford quick to respond. Swag Matthews finds Arion Purnell, who lays it in. Blue Jays up by 4. And from there, the home squad takes over. Off the inbound, Mikey Matthews with the perfect pass to Purnell again. Seaford rolling. Mikey to his favorite target, Purnell, and the Blue Jays go on to win 53-46, their 7th straight, while improving to 10-2 on the season. To Dover, girls basketball hosting Smyrna at Sarah Benson of Dover, floating in 2, finishing with 19 points on the night for the Senators. On the other side, Maya LRB knocking down the 3 for the Eagles right here. She dropped 16 total points in this game after quarter number 1. Smyrna led 13-12. But here comes Amani Sudler and the Senators, the sophomore, nailing the corner 3. The guard had every answer on the other side, scoring 15 total points as the Senators come out on top 50-49, winning on a free throw in overtime against the Smyrna Eagles. And Seaford defeated Lake Forest in girls basketball 57-23. The Blue Jays were led by Kiamara Kernish-Bain, who scored a game-high 20 points to go along with 12 rebounds, 6 steals, 2 assists, and a block. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 6 p.m., Parkside will face Kent Island on the wrestling mat, and then tune in for the final score at 10:30. And for your DSN Plus exclusives, along with that game of the night we just mentioned, at 5:30, Cambridge South Dorchester will take on North Carolina in wrestling. Then another wrestling match at 5:30 between Snow Hill, Nanadu, and Colonel Richardson. And at 7 p.m., another wrestling match between Smyrna and Polytech. And be sure to join us on Saturday for the Delmarva Job Fair. If you're looking for a job, there will be dozens of employers on site in the gym at the Delaware Technical Community College in Georgetown. Bring your resume this Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and admission is free.
And it looks like the weather will cooperate for the job fair. It will be colder, but it's a milder start this morning. 44 in Salisbury, and it will be a milder day. It gets windy later today, then colder for Thursday. Up and down temperatures on the way, then steady rain for Friday. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
Possible gas explosion, 50 to 60 victims.
Stay on the train until the ground settles.
Foundation's gonna give way.
Evacuate immediately.
People are still on that train, including my wife.
We've got 2 of our own down there.
She's crashing, starting compression.
Trudy, can you hear me?
We're running out of air.
Lieutenant Kidd, do you copy? Lieutenant Kidd, do you copy?
Where can you kick off the new year with gig speed and big savings? Only with Xfinity. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speeds. Visit Xfinity.com/gig savings today.
This morning. And Bob, I'm expecting to see a lot of people outside today, maybe walking. We can see on that camera, no snow is visible, that's a good sign to me. It's a good sign.
Good. I think the snow's been reduced to those dirty piles of snow pretty much, Elisa. And we're going to be seeing a lot of warmth today, and that's going to work on that snow. We're looking at up and down temperatures the next several days. Today, we're looking at mid-50s and 40s tomorrow, upper 50s Friday, and then we're back in the 40s over the weekend, and then by Monday, up to 58. So up and down temperatures with a series of cold fronts on the way. 44 in Georgetown, 44 in Delmar now, 44 in Ocean Pines. And we've got a southwesterly breeze that's starting to pick up now, gusting to 17 in Seaford, 19 miles per hour, Indian River Inlet. And that will only pick up throughout the day as we're looking at mostly clear skies, just a few clouds offshore. We had a warm front lift to the north overnight. That's ushering in the milder air. Along that warm front, it's snow across the Great Lakes and into the northeast, and we're seeing a cold front now making its way through the Midwest, and that will be swinging down as we go through the day. So we're watching these clipper systems coming down, and they're also creating a lot of wind energy too, and we'll be watching this front dropping down as we go into the afternoon, ushering in more cold air. Meanwhile, there's some moisture gathering across Texas in the form of rain, and that system will bring rain our way as we go into Friday. So temperatures out the door, probably not this cold. This model's running a little cold, probably low to mid 40s, and then we're warming quickly through the 40s. You see how the arrows are changing color throughout the day as we're looking at highs, I think, into the mid 50s around 2 o'clock, and then falling temperatures after that. That next cold front swings through, and then the winds do start to diminish tonight, and then we go into Thursday morning, and we're starting out in the 20s and 30s, and it will be a chillier day on Thursday with highs only into the 40s in the afternoon hours and increasing clouds Thursday night. Those winds are gusty today. Make sure you secure those outdoor items. 2:30, winds 35, 36 miles per hour, maybe gusting to 40. Still pretty gusty this evening, and then those winds starting to relax through the overnight into Thursday morning. Here comes the system on Friday, increasing rain Friday morning, and then that rain could be steady to maybe heavy at times through Friday evening, and then it cools off and dries out as we go into the upcoming weekend. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 55 today, then back to 46 on Thursday. Rain on Friday, 57, and then the weekend is cooler for the job fair. Make sure you bundle up. 44 Saturday. Groundhog Day, we'll have to see what that rascally groundhog says about our future weather. 46 if we have more winter on the way. Not on Monday, 58, and then it cools back to 45 on Tuesday.
Thank you, Bob. Trump's recent federal funding freeze is having local impacts here on Delmarva, specifically in Wicomico County. Although the decision has been halted by the federal judge, if the White House moved to pause all federal grants and loans, it could hurt the Salisbury Airport. Back in October, the airport was awarded an $800,000 grant to help bring a new airline on board. But that money still has not been made. It made it to the Eastern Shore. And while talks with an airline have been encouraging so far, local officials are worried this federal pause could change that.
New air service is risky, and these low-cost carriers know that. So they're going to go where the opportunities are, and if we scale back this opportunity here on the lower shore with our airport, the potential is we lose this new air carrier, and that would be economically detrimental to the region.
We did reach out to the Salisbury Airport for comment, but we did not hear back. And a quick update for the Indian River School District's families. March 5th will now become a regular school day for students. The district says this day was originally a professional day just for staff, but due to the recent amount of closures due to snow, March 5th will now be a makeup day.
We're looking at dry roads out the door. You can see that on our Tidal Health Cam at Salisbury. 44, it's a mild start with clear skies. It gets windy later today and mild and colder for Thursday. And it's up and down temperatures and a steady rain for Friday. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next. Stay tuned.
Find your next job at the Delmarva Job Fair, sponsored by the Stokely Center and the Maryland Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services. Join us Saturday, February 1st from 10 to 2 at Delaware Tech in Georgetown. Employers in healthcare, construction, retail, and more. Plus, the Delaware Department of Labor will also be on site for resume tips and advice to help you stand out. Take the next step in your career at this one-day hiring event. Learn more at WBOCevents.com.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
The time is now 5:56, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day. And today's coastal pets of the day are 2 happy dogs. On your screen right now are Savannah and Harper. They're beautiful and they're having a blast in the snow. And these two were submitted to us by Steve and Helen in Milford. And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen and scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature. And it's now 5:57. We're going to get a quick look at our forecast. And Bob, that snow those dogs were in is kind of no more on the ground.
Wow, they were joyful in the snow, and now maybe they're not as happy because all the snow is melting, Elisa. And we're looking at temperatures in the 40s this morning, and then mid-50s this afternoon. Those winds get really strong, gusting up to 40 miles per hour at times. Make sure you secure those outdoor items. Paul Davis' 10-day forecast is up and down temperatures the rest of the weekend to the weekend. Looks like our next rain chance comes on Friday. It looks like a soaking rain, 57. And then colder for the weekend, 44 Saturday, Groundhog Day. Tuesday, 46, and then 58 Monday, and then cooling down again next week. Maybe another rain chance by next Friday.
At 6, President Trump's deportation plans spark local concerns. How nonprofits are stepping in to support those in need. All that and more when Coast TV News Today returns.